80. I think that's where we're going. We'll see. Who knows? Let's see where we're gonna go, man. But we're shorting right now. We're up around 13,006 something. Didn't do much trading. Took a little bit of break over the lunch session. We'll see. We are trading with momentum. Obviously on the NQ, crude oil is about to hit another level. We're looking for that level. We got the RDA, double RDA check. I think we join the bid there.
Order filled.
On oil and see what happens. Looking to sell off there. Where are we at here? No, actually 479 is where we're at. Boom.
Order filled.
Well, we'll see what's going to go down here. Why does it do that? What the hell is this? Okay, that makes no sense why it does that. We're only in 4 lots. Let's put in our trailing stops in there. Let's cancel our offers. Up about 480. Good. Nice to have you all here. Bam. Oh, look at that. We're up about $1,700 on that trade. Not bad. See if we can maximize a little bit. We're targeting 580. That's what we're targeting. That's what the system tells us. System tells us 580 is what we should be targeting. So we'll look to reverse around 580. Long on GC. See, Apple had their event today. Is it still going on? I don't know if it's still going on. Nothing really groundbreaking from what I could tell. Almost there, almost at 580. That's what we're targeting. That is the weekly open or the daily open as well as the weekly open. Look below that. Yeah, I saw that. I haven't really got to watch or go at the news. I'm looking at The Verge right now. There we go. All right, so we hit 580. We hit the chart 3. We're going to reverse.
Order filled.
I reversed my position there on the actual NQ. Look to add here a little bit more as it goes down. Know we're a little bit early there, but let's see. Let's see if we can reverse and make a little bit. We're up about 16,251. If you're new here, you want to join Discord down below. If you have not already, welcome everybody.
Order filled.
There we go. Like I said, we're early on that trade. I reversed probably a little bit early before I got any signal. But we are trading off C3 as our control. So C3 is our control. We'll see how that goes. C3 is our control for the long trade on the NQ. We're long on just one lot on oil, CL.
Order filled.
Ooh. That's what happens when you trade before you get confirmation.
Order filled.
We don't have confirmation on this long trade yet, so once again, we do expect a reaction. There we got a reaction.
Order filled.
Ooh, look at that. Pretty volatile. Do expect a reaction, but when you trade before you get a reaction.
Order filled. Order filled.
Ooh, look at that. That hurts.
Order filled. Order filled.
Is it going to go to the RDA? That's the question. That's the next level down. That would be 515 if it goes down there. That's pretty decent. Pretty decent move if it moves down there. That's what happens when you don't wait for confirmation. It is a fade trade. We are in a fade trade. I might get out if I get an opportunity to. We'll see.
Order filled.
Yep, fell right through 550. We got plenty of powder to trade ourselves out of this in a non-aggressive way. That's what happens when you trade without confirmation, though. Ah, there we are. Market's giving us an opportunity to break even, possibly. Make a little bit of profit. Let's see.
Order filled.
Made another $1,600 on that trade. Not bad. Up to 17,003 something. I think we're going to go to the next level. I think we want to go to the RDA. I think that's where we go, which is 511. But I don't think we get too aggressive. We use the level, 550. Trade around. Could have held that a little bit longer, but wanted to get out.
Order filled.
All right, what are we? We're
Order filled.
in two lots in the CL. We're trading right around the RDA on chart 2. Is that equal? I can't tell if that's equal. So we were long. CL's hitting that zone that I talked about before. Bitcoin did not find a bid. You saw the news. The SEC sued. I don't know who they sued. Let's go to TechMeme. TechMeme.com. Spatial computing headset control with just the eyes, hands, and voice. That's interesting. We'll take a look at that. But if we look here, the SEC sues. I hate the New York Times. Let's see if we can find something besides the lame New York Times. The Verge. The SEC's case against Binance, a live reading of by, I don't know who Liz Lopato is. Okay. Let's see if we can find something here that talks about it.
Order filled.
CoinDesk. That's a decent site. SEC sues crypto exchange Binance. CEO, I don't know how to say his name, over multiple security violation allegations. They did say that up to, I think, 12 assets were the SEC alleged that a number of other tokens, including native tokens for Solana, Cardano, Polygon, Matic, Cody, I've never heard of that. Algoland, really? Filecoin, Cosmos, Atom, Sandbox, Axie, and Mana are securities. Look at that. They are securities, according to the SEC. What do they know?
Order filled.
CL is broke the level. So the question with CL, I stated this before, CL is at that zone we were looking for earlier. Isn't this awesome? Isn't trading awesome? Where else can you make, you know, quick capital like this? I'm sure if you want to attribute why Bitcoin crashed, we can attribute it to this, whatever we're talking about. Let's see where we're at. Boom. We're up 450 on that. We're down on the CL trade. Waiting for that to sell off. We're waiting for chart 2 to lose the RDA. Look, hey, if you want an awesome trading system, join Discord. Ask me how to get started with the Rexdog system. We will be increasing the price here in the next couple weeks, maybe the next week or so. I don't know. I got to talk to my nephew today. Got to connect. We got to plan some stuff. We'll see. We want to redo our page a little bit. We want to redo some of the training. Well, according to this, it didn't even that is one interesting thing. Gothier, I'm sorry if I didn't say your name correctly. According to this, it didn't even mention ETH. Of course, BTC is too interwoven into the financial capital markets for them to do anything at this point in time. I mean, obviously, if every Western government wanted to the RDA and the 200 AMA gave signals for shorty and Bitcoin on Sunday before the news broke. Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, I was saying before, though, if you remembered early, if you were here earlier, that I said that I felt that there's a case for a long scenario on Bitcoin. Well, that's out the window now. That is looking now. We've already earmarked this area here. We do have the mix 200 here on the daily. So that's the final line in the sand. If this alignment here that we see here, look, I just trade charts. We just trade charts here. We don't trade news. We don't trade anything. I mean, we know known news, but we don't trade anything but charts. That's what we trade here. We don't care about any news. We don't care about fundamentals. We just trade charts. And the chart says, I mean, and I'm not saying that I don't follow fundamentals on some core level. I do follow fundamentals on some things. But as far as my trading, I don't trade fundamentals. We're losing money there on that NQ trade. We'll see if that's going to sell off. But right here, where the extreme band is, as well as the mix 200, which is green, which is positive. So it is positive that the mix 200 is green, because that basically says that this is more of a stronger move if you're using the mix 200 as a signal. Now, what I was saying before too is that in June, based on the way the charts were printing, it did look like it will hold the lower levels. The challenge is that we have, obviously it gave up the RDA, it gave up momentum, and we have a triangle signal here with the actual RD RSI. You see the red, green, and then we maybe have a red printing today. That will reprint, or it hasn't closed yet. So this arrow, this signal has not printed yet. But if it prints, and the fact that it took out some of these lows, I would assume we might see some of these lower levels tested. Obviously, the biggest level that we have here on the chart is 20,200. That's the biggest level that we have right now. Immediate biggest level. Yep. No, I don't know. You know, it's odd with the RDA. I agree with you, Lance, that the RDA, you know, more times than not, when I first created the RDA, when I discovered the RDA, I remember that weekend just going through chart after chart and just seeing price stop for no inherent technical analysis reason outside of the RDA was just there. There was no support and resistance reason. There was no other common moving average or EMA or other thing that actually stuck out on a lot of these places where price just stops. For instance, let's look at this. Let's just look at
Order filled.
CL. Let's just look at oil. So let's look at oil. Now it's reacting right now, so it's currently reacting. And I guess you could say that there is a support and resistance reason for this. You have a gap up. It's fully filled the gap. This is a support and resistance reason. But that nicely aligns with the RDA. And as we can see, the RDA is reacting right there. That's also why I'm long here. I'm long, and I'll be long down to probably this mix 200, 71.53. I'll be long down to that zone there is what I'm looking for right now on CL. On the NQ, we are down 470, so we'll see if that's going to sell off. It's trying to recapture the RDA on chart 2. Look at that. It's trying. We'll see. We're back up in profit. We'll see. Right now, it's just a matter of is it going to build a stair-step pattern? There's no reason to go negative now, so I'll put in trailing stops in the market. There's no reason to actually take a loss on this trade anymore. It might be taken out here. It lost the daily open and the weekly open on the index, I believe. Yeah. That's the daily and weekly open right there on the index right there. The question is, does it want to go down to 464 and tap the previous week open?
Stop filled.
All right, we got stomped out. So what was I looking at? Oh yeah, I was looking at this. Apple Vision. After years of delay, Apple is taking its first shot at AR glasses. Okay, those are terrible. My first assessment of that is terrible. It looks like you're diving. That's not gonna. I would be very surprised if this catches on. That's terrible. Unless there's a big use case for it. That's terrible design. So, all right.
Stop filled.
To me, when Apple releases the Google Glass version of Apple, of their not virtual reality but augmented reality, that's when we can pay attention. But that's ugly. That's just plain ugly. I mean, I understand for virtual reality and everything else, but no one's going to walk outside. Well, I'm sure there will be people that will walk outside with that on, but I won't take anybody seriously that walks outside with that on, unless they're in the ocean. So that's cheesy. They shouldn't even release that. They should have at least put it. I know that part of it is they're falling behind in some of that tech. But that's pretty cheesy. That's my personal assessment. But when Apple finally does come out with augmented reality glasses, that will be when it's a game changer. So when they actually come out with a decent looking pair of glasses that you can wear that are augmented reality, that's when I believe. And that to me, if we look at the chart at Apple, Apple's on my list as far as, so I don't believe many, I don't know about Meta. I'm not of the opinion that Meta's going to survive this next run up. I think it's going to get crushed. Nvidia, my prediction zone was way off on Nvidia, but I mean, it hit it, but then it kept going. So I didn't expect to see it kept going, but I didn't foresee, obviously, the AI implications of Nvidia. So we'll see if that holds there. Coin's still in my buy zone. So at this point in time, these are my buy zones on coin. Google. I'm of the opinion Google's not going to be a growth stock. Amazon's too big to fail. I don't see it failing. It has recaptured the RDA on the 4-day. Microsoft, this is my target for Microsoft right here. 429 to 475. I know it's a big range, but I'm in this trade now. So I'm in that trade. But if we look at Apple specifically, Apple it's got some key areas here that I would be looking to be a buyer on if it pulls back, which is our momentum. Let's go back to the daily. So my target on Apple is already here, 220 to 230. That's my target on Apple. Come on, man. Sorry.
Order filled.
I gotta trade the charts. It hit our zone before. I would be a buyer around 155, 160 on Apple if it pulls back. I'm secretly hoping that what they released today is actually met with, well, if you project out 4 cycles or 4 quarters, I'm secretly hoping that the fundamental traders don't like what Apple released today. And it's not going to happen today. It'll probably happen on Thursday, I anticipate. So I would look for not a sell-off today, tomorrow, but maybe by Thursday. I'd like to see a sell-off on Apple on Thursday. And then at a minimum an RDA check. But I would buy all the way down to 154. I think Apple's going to be one of the leaders in the next phase. I don't know about Meta. Nvidia is obviously Google. I can see Google, and I know no one asked for all this stuff, but I'm looking at it because I'm interested. So, and we're in a trade. We're only in 2 lots on the NQ. We're up 290. Didn't get picked up on our other. What time is it? 2 o'clock. Let's see what we're gonna do. Should I do the video on the pivot today? I think I should. Let's see where we're at. Okay, where is that? There we go. I don't like that. It's trying to recapture the daily.
Order filled.
So we either get out. Yeah, I don't like that. It's trying to recapture the daily. You little bastard. Well, I think where we want to sell is up here. So we'll continue to sell. We'll sell into this. Maybe we'll get an opportunity to break even here. That's what I mean right now. The majority of our sales should be up around this range. We've already got our basis down there. We're at the RDA right now. It might hold the RDA, it might flip. So chart 2 might flip. It did hit that. Yeah, I don't like that at all. I think we'll get an opportunity here to break even, but we're going to have to double up here.
Order filled.
Wish the CL would move. GC's dead in the water. Gold's dead in the water. I mean, it might move up to the next phase. It might move up to 1991. What does chart 4 tell us?
Order filled.
No, I'm only streaming alt. I'm gonna stream. I'm gonna get off here in a little bit. I'm not gonna stream the rest of the afternoon. So BNB USD. Let's look at that. I know it's on this list. Oh, look at that. Look at that. The triple liquidity stop hunt smart money zone. We found it again. Yep. That's a pretty big sell-off there.
Order filled. Order filled.
Yep.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Chart 4 is what we're trading against here.
Order filled.
I think you're down to 211. I think, you buy BNB down to 211 with the expectation that it's not going to fail. They're going to come some type of settlement. Yeah.
Order filled.
I don't know why that jumped like that. That was weird. Yeah, chart 2 definitely changed. I don't like the way the Verge does their thing.
Order
It's kind
filled.
of annoying. I'm gonna have to find another site to be able to read their news. Spotify cuts 200 jobs. They still haven't figured out how to properly classify music. Stack Overflow modifier strike over last week's announcement to prohibit it moderate and Atomic Wallet got hacked. Oh, that's interesting.
Order filled.
Well, how did their wallet get compromised? Sorry. I know I'm trading, but I mean, we're sitting on the
Order
position.
filled.
We're waiting for it to work out in our favor or not. Take a loss or work out in our favor, one or the other. Anybody find it suspicious too that suddenly there's all these things on UFOs? Has anybody noticed that recently? I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist or anything, but we're going to get crushed on this trade, aren't we?
Order filled. Order filled.
This is where we need to be selling right around the VWAP.
Order filled.
Guess it wants to tag the VWAP. It's all about the taggage of the VWAP. I don't know, I've just been seeing more and more whistleblowers come out about the UFO stuff. Just odd. Very odd. Can you say the basics? I don't understand it. Oh, of the trade system? Luffy, what are you saying? The basics of what? Yeah, I can say the basics of anything. So here is, I will do a video today on the market subsessions and the psychology of the markets. I guess I'll do this for the YouTubes. We're getting crushed on this trade. See if we can break even on it. CL trade isn't working in our favor either. I mean, it is. It's barely there. All right, let's see if we can get an opportunity to break even on this trade. It's going to react right at the reaction zone. There we go. All right.
Order filled.
Not bad. Made $3 on that trade. Up about 20 grand for the day. 20,367. Figured I probably should have stayed in that trade a little bit longer, but it's 2 o'clock and I didn't want to get tricked out on volatility here. So it might continue to sell off. That probably more is the trade, but we'll look to get back in here. Yeah, that wasn't bad. 37 contracts. I mean, I traded myself out of that trade. This is what happens when you start a little too early.
Order
I
filled.
didn't start too early. I started right where I expected a reaction, but I kind of planned to trade myself out of it up to the RDA on chart 4. That's what I planned to do. So worked out in our favor. Made another $3 grand. Let's see if this is going to sell off, though. It's testing the daily open again, so we don't want to get too aggressive. So it's on the daily open. If it loses the daily open, then I think we're going for that RDA test on chart 514. think that's where we're going, but I don't want to get too aggressive yet. So I have to say something about that last trade, just for people that maybe were watching or are curious. So yeah, I traded myself out of that trade, but notice I didn't enter. Well, maybe you did notice. I just didn't enter at random places. I entered at reaction zones in our system. So I wish I would have stuck with that trade. That would have been nice to stick with that trade. I'm going to have to chase it here a little bit, I think.
Order filled.
It might hold up here, so I don't want to chase it too much. But yeah, should have stuck with it a little bit longer maybe. There we go. Another $1,200 there. So if we tag 516, I'll probably reverse below 516. We tag below 516 within our run for the rest of the day. So we'll see. Right here it could turn. It could use this level right here because it tagged this important. It tagged the latest strong level on chart 4, which is 554. So if it keeps 554, it might maintain. So we'll see. Well, gave up the daily, and it gave up the previous VWAP. It is trying to hold that level though. So obviously on the 5 minute, that's a level 2.
Order filled.
All right. Added another 2. We're up to 6 lots. We'll see whether or not it's going to sell off or it's going to use this level to hold. Taking a little bit of a risk here, but we're going based on this pack. Pay attention candle here, this alpha candle. I'll go off of this. We're trading system. System says short. System says momentum short. System possibly says if we're going from level to level, the system says that, well, number one, 514 hasn't been tested yet, so it's going for 514, and if it takes out 514, then most likely what it's going to do, this is just straight up reading the charts. Doesn't get any simpler than this. It's going for 480. So if it takes out 514, then it's going for 480. It's really that simple. It's kind of the way it works. For those that are wondering, we're trading the RD trade system. You can learn more about it by visiting the website down below. You'll definitely want to join Discord, so you'll see a link to Discord to join. I haven't shared on Twitter. I guess I could share this on Twitter. I haven't been to Twitter in I don't know how long. I find it a cesspool. Every time I go there, I don't feel better about myself. What the hell? This is why I don't go to Twitter. Because the takes are just asinine. This Craig guy, he cracks me up. Y'all see this Craig guy? What's his name? I don't know his name. This dude. That tweet doesn't exist.
Order filled.
Oh, there we go. We're getting crushed again. I don't know. Ah. So that level held. Now we're right around 208, so we're expecting another pivot here. Yeah, I don't know on that, on King of Kings. I don't know on the accumulation and stuff. I don't really believe in the whole smart money thing. Oh, look at that. Bam. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? I don't know where the hell that came from. So pretty much all tokens other than BSV are securities. This guy is always on BSV. No, that's not what it said, but that's fine. All right. Let's see what we can do. We're up about $3 on this trade. See if it holds. Nope, it's going to take us out. You little. I think we're going to be taken out.
Stop field.
You little bastard. Two, 4, 6. I did start watching Succession. It's okay. I don't know. It's partially okay. It's kind of like an advanced soap opera. It's an HBO show. Come on, sell off, man. Go down to 515 and then give me an opportunity. So we're looking for a C3 RDA check. It's being very frustrating though, with this whole sell-off. Doesn't want to give me another $3 grand. Come on. There you go. Keep going. This CL trade is not working out either, and GC's not moving, and the Treasury is not anywhere near where we want to sell. I think we would sell right here. That's where we would sell. All right, well, we're going to put in some trailing stops in the actual CL trade. We're either going to make a loss on that, or it's going to take us out on this push up. It's either going to push up right now or not. Does not want to sell off anymore. Does not want to give up that easily. The NQ.
Stop field.
Yep. Just one more push down to, I think if it tags 515, I think that's where we go long. I believe that's where we go long. Yeah. Being very, 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 very cautious here in this move down.
Stop field.
Ooh. Up to 21. Let's see what my P&L is.
Stop field.
22,062. All right, do we short this other move here on the daily open? That's the question. It does not want to tag that next level, but I think we short it.
Order filled.
I'm going to short this next level here. We're not going to get too aggressive because we got too aggressive before. Tech Meme has 2 more stories up. Holy crap, that thing is $3,400? That piece of crap? That thing's $3,400. $3,500. This thing. It better do some super stuff for $3,500. Do you have to have this lame look on your face when you wear it? That's my question. Is it required to have that lame look on your face when you wear it? All right.
Order filled.
We are shorting again. Let's not get too aggressive. We're using chart 4 as our control. A little early. Let's see if we can... Where are we targeting? Once again, we do have a weak level. So for those that are paying attention at chart 4, we got a weak level right around 610. I'd say 606 spot 50. 606 spot 50 NQ 606 spot 50 weak level. I need to update my my Stream Deck. I need to get it so I can it goes back to the well, let's see. So far, oil's trying to move. That is a fade trade. Keep that in mind. I'd like to be heavier here, but it doesn't make sense to be heavier here. Once again, we're waiting for 514 or so. That's our target if it does sell off. We're running out of time here. It is 2:15, 3:15 market time. So I'll be sharing this today. Actually, I don't have to do that. I can do this. Boom. I'll be sharing this today or tomorrow. I don't know. It'll probably come out tomorrow. So these are the psychology of the market. This is market times. So these are market times. As you can see, between 1508 and 1515, which is right now, there's typically another pivot. It's the closed pivot too. And then there's the closed settlement. This is primarily the futures market. See, I like to call the first 30 initial balance, but I know that's against TPO. I understand that. So I use IB as the first 30 minutes, and then I use the OR as the first 60 minutes. I know that's against kind of... Well, the problem is, not the problem, initial balance is the first 30 minutes or the first 60 minutes. It's the first two letters of TPO. For those that don't know what TPO is, look up TPO. I'll type this in, TPO charts. For if you don't know what I'm talking about, just look up TPO charts. TPO charts. They're letter charts. Ooh, look at that. We're getting crushed. Let's move this out of the way. Let's move this out of the way. I'm not really getting crushed, but
Stop filled.
come on. What did we get stopped out of? Yeah, we got stopped out of the CL trade. We don't know yet on this NQ trade whether or not it's going to work out in our favor or not. We got to give chart 4 the RDA. We got to go up to the 1603 level. That's really where we need to kind of give it room to. So that's kind of where we're at.
Order filled.
It might move here though. So we need to be careful. Not get too aggressive. Not get too aggressive. We are trading what the system says, so we'll see. We're going into the last. I will call it here too. So if you're new here, you definitely want to join Discord. Down below you'll see a link that says Discord. You want to join Discord. That's the best place to join and get get the latest of what we're working on, how to actually trade the markets, how to effectively trade the markets. You know, we're going to start getting a little bit more focused here in the coming weeks. Come September, when summer is over, we've got a pretty aggressive plan. In addition to us going stealth and disappearing. So I'm excited about that. Excited about summer too. I'll be taking some time off doing, I'll still be trading here and there. Rex Dog, show your indicators for the activation. What does that mean? What do you mean by that? Show your indicators for the activation. For the activation of what? I'm confused.
Stop field.
For the activation of what? What am I activating? We're only in one more lot on the CL. I'm probably going to get knocked out of that. Not getting too aggressive yet until we figure out what the market wants to do here into the closing session. It's playing around with the daily open. Where are we at? We're waiting for that's where we'll sell GC 1983. Getting yep, it's being a little bit stubborn in its sell off. It might not sell off here. Let's see what the NDX is doing. It's recaptured the day. Maybe it's going for 50% of the OR. Maybe that's where it's going. If that's the case, then
Order filled.
it's probably going to hold momentum here on chart 2. So don't expect anything there.
Order filled.
Have these drive-by commenters that comment on things and then I respond and then they don't respond back. So no idea what that is. Don't like my basis on that trade. Almost should just get out and just take the loss here. Instead of trade my, yeah. Should have waited for the RDA check. An overshoot of the RDA. That's what we should have waited for. We should have waited for the 5-minute check too. Yeah. Guess that's what we should have waited for. Now let's go up here. It's going to tap this upper level. I know it is. It's where it wants to go. I'm just being patient. Might have to call it here. Got 7 more minutes before we expect another minor pivot. Now we take the loss. Now we walk away 17 grand for the day. It's not bad. Thought it was going to tap the RDA, but it does not look like it wants to tap it here before the end of the session, but we'll see. Your indicators by name show it is. What? Dude, I don't understand what you're saying. Show it is. Huh? Dude, I'm utterly confused. I think you're asking what indicators do I use? The indicators that I use are within our system. They're private indicators. Your indicators by name show it is. I don't understand your verbiage there, man. The indicators we use. I think that's what you're asking for. What indicators do I use? I believe that's what
Order filled.
I don't know.
Stop filled.
All right, we're up in profit now, $600. Have to decide, do we want to stick with this trade or do we want to get out? It's on the bubble.
Order filled.
Decided to get out just for a little bit of profit, about $500 in profit. We can sit on our hands the rest of the market, or we can see if it's going to sell off, but it gave us an opportunity to get out at break even or some profit. So far today, we are up $22,493. Did get knocked out of the CL trade. If it comes up and tags 610, I'll sell again. That's all I'm waiting for in that. Do they do? all we're waiting for is a push up to that level right around 607 or so. Then we'll sell again. Not going to put an entry into the market. There's no reason for that right now. We're too far into the closing. Still waiting for that level. Just got to be patient. Once again, just go to my profile on TradingView. So I will send you my profile on TradingView if you want to see the indicators. So if you go to script, okay, that's what I wanted to do. How'd you know? That's how to see the published scripts, published indicators that I have on TradingView. Might range out here. Might have to call it a day. Yeah. I'd say do you think OPEC plus pump is a bull trap? Well, we looked at this earlier today. I mean, it's obvious what the chart's telling us. It's pretty obvious. So the daily chart is telling us, which is, right now it's in an indecision mode. I said earlier today that the key level to watch is 71.66 or so, 71. This previous close is the key level to watch. If it takes that out, then it's going to take out this lower level. It's probably going to test this lower. So as it takes this out, there's a high probability it's going to take out 67.33. So I'm watching. All I really care about on CL is right here. But the fact that it actually came up above the RDA here, this yellow line, which is our RDA, is probably a good thing as far as the long move. But we do have the mix 200 up here that's painting red, which means typically it's a weak move. So I would anticipate at a 4-day level, you know, we've got this level up here. That's key. And then if we just do simple arithmetic, I don't know if arithmetic, simple TA on the overall high and low of this move, it's pretty simple what we're looking at here. Right around 78, 74 is the failure point, which doesn't quite align here, but we're at the 50% point there. If we go to the daily and we look at that same thing, that aligns with where the mix 200 would point. So I would say two things are going to happen based on my analysis of CL. It's going to find support at this lower level here. This is what the chart's telling me. Find support at this lower. Okay. Find support at this lower level here. And then it's going to bounce from that lower level up to the mix 200, this 75% mark. And then most likely it's probably going to sell off down to here. So far, that's what the chart's telling me right now. That's what I'd be trading off of. We're kind of in this mixed zone where it's deciding does it want to hold momentum. The line in the sand, the line, the really ultimate line in the sand, does it close below that level right there? Does it close below 71.29? Closes below 71.29, then it's probably going to take out these lower levels. And then if we look at the monthly and kind of see where we're at on the monthly, you know, it's holding this monthly level here right around 66, but I don't know. It all depends. CL indicates Trump will win. Okay. I don't know. I think Trump's going to have a hard time this time.
Order filled.
The normies, the people that don't really pay attention to politics and that have zero clue about geopolitical news,
Order filled.
and only watch the news and don't go deeper than the headlines, will have a hard time voting for Trump, in my personal opinion. That's as far as I'm going to get in politics. I just don't think the normies. I think the normies gave Trump a chance last time, and he's so polarized now. He's going to have a hard time overcoming the basic thinking of normal people. When I say normal people, I mean people that just literally believe what they hear on the news. People that believe that Ukraine is winning the war. Those are normal people. People that believe that Ukraine is winning the war are idiots. They're not. I mean, my personal opinion is I don't believe Ukraine's winning the war. From all of I can tell from a strategic and tactical measurement, it does not appear that. Number one, I just share this. Russia has not even committed its top tier units. So until Russia commits its top tier units, Russia's just kind of just dealing with their overpopulation problem, their poor problem. They're just sending all the poor people over there to fight, and the mercenaries. So until Russia actually commits its tier 1 units, tier 2 units, it's not even committing tier 2 units. So, you know, that's my geopolitical view of the Ukrainian situation. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want Ukraine to lose. But I also live in reality. I don't live in this false narrative of what everybody else lives in, of these, I don't know, unicorns and fairies, of false narratives. You have to go deep, though. You don't have to go deep. You don't have to actually go that deep. You just have to look beyond the surface to actually actual on the ground sources. You can find these on Twitter. You can find these on YouTube. You can find these on the web. You can find actual real sources on the ground. Jim Craner says, "Don't be afraid to stay bullish." Oh man, we're going down then. Jim Craner said it. I don't know how that dude still has a job. How can you be that wrong and still have a job? I wish I should find out if I can get a news show. If I can get a news show and be that wrong and still get paid millions of dollars to be that wrong. Unfortunately, I trade, and I have to live in reality. See, when you trade, you have to actually live in reality.
Order filled.
You can't be wrong. But if you have a news show or you pontificate on Twitter, you can be wrong all you want because it doesn't cost you actual capital. Well, I have to actually be right more than I'm wrong. That's why I developed the Rex Dog trade system. Going into the close here, getting a little aggressive on the sell here. Let's see if it's going to sell off. Don't be afraid to stay bullish. Good old Jim Craner. We might blow our $20,000 for the day. Might be below 20,000 if this doesn't work out in our favor. It's trying to rip up. We're going with the system though. The system tells us to short, so we're shorting it. Let's get that off the board. Let's get this off the board too. Do you think that the technical question, do you think that he makes the wrong
Order
predictions
filled.
intentionally or somehow he influenced the market and I don't know how it gets against him? Oh, you mean Kramer? I have no idea. I don't even watch him. So I just know that every time I see one of his takes, it's just utterly wrong. Well, I know this. The few times that I have watched him and he said something, I would pull up a chart and then I would say, well, my system doesn't say that. So then I would always be against him. You know, there is an aspect to, well, I don't know. It's hard to say because he supposedly had a good run, but there's also, I mean, I don't know. I don't understand. Here's what I don't understand. I don't understand someone that can trade and has the ability to trade to then would want to daily show up for a TV show. I don't understand that. That's what I don't understand. Because I stream. I'm starting to enjoy streaming more and more now, but I wouldn't give up trading for some TV show or some trading show. Let's say some trading firm or something said, hey, you know, we want you to pontificate all the time. You know, you need to have a daily show. It's going to be 2 hours long or whatever. You're going to talk about the market, but you know, you're not going to trade. I would say no. It wouldn't make sense to me. So I don't understand someone that has an edge that goes and does something else. Same with trainers. I don't understand people. Well, I do understand because they don't really have an edge. So that's how you can tell. I'm more of the opinion now that if someone doesn't stream or doesn't stream at least maybe once a week or once every couple weeks, doesn't stream their trades, that they really don't have an edge, that they don't trade. Or if they have a live
Order
trade
filled.
room. If they have a live trade room, that's one thing where I would say if they have a live trade room and you can
Order
verify
filled.
that they're taking trades and everything else. But if someone doesn't have that, I no longer believe anything I see on YouTube. I no longer believe
Order filled.
anything I see out there in the net. I just don't, you know, it's not hard to stream. I mean, it's a pain in the ass. Don't get me wrong. I hate it. I mean, I say I hate it. I don't hate it. It's a pain in the ass just streaming because number one, I'm sitting here watching the charts and I'm not doing other things. When you hear me get quiet here, oh yeah, wag the dog. Yeah, exactly. Someone mentioned, remember the movie Wag the Dog? Yeah, you know what's really weird? all these anti-war people, supposedly, why are they not anti-war anymore? Why are they all pro-war? I don't get it. It makes no sense to me. So I would say anybody that has a training out there and they don't stream, ask them why they don't stream. Just ask them why they don't stream. Just say, hey, why don't you stream? Or if they have a trade room, okay, I will say if they have a trade room, okay, that's good. But then if you can see that they're calling their trades ahead of time and they're sharing their positions and their entries, okay. To me, someone that is out there with a system, that's the standard that they need to have. That's why we stream. All right, well, I'm going to see if we're going to make money on this trade. It's playing around with us. Yeah, I know. They only make money off courses. I just, I looked myself in the mirror years ago, and I said, if I ever make more money from training than I do from trading, then, well, I'm a fraud. I'm not an actual trader. So what the heck am I doing? I can't call myself a trader. So I couldn't bear it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. There we go. Let's see if we're going to make money on this trade. We're up $200. Sell off, man. There we go. Booyakasha. All right, we're going to get it. I think we're going to tag that level. I think we're going to tag 516. I think it's going to do it. Come on, don't hold the RDA. Don't do that. Chart 2 is trying to hold the RDA. I stuck around because I did see the sell-off. That's why I didn't call the stream. Come on, man. It's going to make me wish that I got out there, huh? 2, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 14. There we go. Now we just sit back and relax. Let the market sell off. Once again, we're trading the system. We weren't trading against the system. We're getting a reaction at the RDA, which is very frustrating. I get it. Chart 2 is reacting at the RDA. It's also got chart 4. And then we're talking the NQ here. Just needs to sell off. One more good sell off. There we go. All right. We got the next level, which is 580. Takes out 580. It's going to 516. Holds 580. It's probably going to hold and range out the rest of the day. We're up about $2,500 on this trade. See if we can actually make some profit on this. Come on, man. Sell off. Oh, you're killing me, Smalls. Trying to hold the RDA in chart 2. Watch it take us. Watch it take me out and then sell off. That's what it's probably going to do. Yeah, true that. Oh, why did I short here? Chart 4. So I shorted here because if you look at chart 4, I'll share this in Trade Room Alpha. I mean, look at chart 4.
Stop filled. Stop filled.
I'm calling the bluff that it's not going to close above the RDA. But it might still. So that's in Trade Room Alpha. It still might. It's holding the RDA in chart 2, which sucks. That's why I sold
filled.
it.
Stop filled.
But it's not working out. But we'll see. I mean, we're still in 6 lots in profit. But as you can see there, It's trying to hold the daily open. And we're going deep into the close here. Last 12 minutes. Yeah, on that CL. I still think, I mean, CL is at a very interesting place on the 60-minute. It's at the RDA. It's either going to hold it or break it. If it breaks it, then it's probably going to go down to 70 spot 16. If it holds it, then it's going to go probably test that upper level. So CL's at a very interesting time when it reopens here.
Stop
after
filled.
Settlement. Now it's going to sell off. Watch it sell off. Nope. It's going to range out, I think.
Stop filled.
Yeah. Yeah, completely out of the market now. Well, let's call it a day. No reason to watch the charts anymore. So where are we at today? Where do we end today? Number one, if you haven't followed, you want to go down below in the description and below the video on TradingView, you'll see join Discord. You want to join us on Discord. That's where I share P&L, share other answer questions. You can ask questions about anything on trading. I'll answer them. Pretty approachable. I show up quite a bit. I'm there quite a bit. I mean, I know I've been kind of absent the last couple of weeks with family in town. This is the day for the day. I'm not quite happy with that 12,000 losing in trades. That's a little bit more than I would like to see. You can see I had a couple bad trades here. But ending the day at 22,175. Not a bad day. Average winning trade was, I mean, you can look at these numbers. I'll put this up here on our P&L page. On my P&L page, which you can find at rexdogtrading.com. If you are interested in joining becoming an alpha member, you'll definitely just reach out to me on Discord, send a DM and say, hey, how do I get started? We will be increasing the price here. It's at $9.97 one-time fee right now. We'll be jumping the price up fivefold here in the next week or so. Not sure where exactly. I got to talk to my nephew and figure out a few things. Other than that, yeah, it did sell off. Look at that. It did sell off. The NQ did sell off a little bit. It's probably going to sell off into the close here. Who knows? Anyways, that's what we ended the day with. Anybody have any questions before I go, or before we go? I should be able to stream tomorrow, I think. I probably should be able to get a session in tomorrow. Good trading day so far today, though, I will say. At 22,175 P&L for today, or today is 22,175. Not a bad day, given I didn't trade lunch. I didn't trade the lunch session, which it sold off. That would have been a nice thing to actually. Yeah, so thanks everybody for showing up. Like I said, look forward to seeing everybody in Discord and tomorrow's stream. If you have any other questions, ask in Discord. Let's see. I think that's what we'll do. I think we'll go out. Yeah. Don't see any trade. All right. See everybody tomorrow.
I threw that shit before I walked in the room.